Lindsay Whittaker here, aka the Prosperity Coach, and today's vlog is all about compare and despair. So, compare and despair, I see it a lot. I see it a lot amongst coaching clients, I see it a lot on social media, particularly within the business and entrepreneurial space. What seems to happen a lot is that everybody seems to be comparing themselves to somebody else, whether it's watching somebody else who seems to be doing better in business than them, or watching another coach who seems to be doing really well, or it can even sort of boil down to watching people in your neighbourhood and seeing what they've got or what they appear to be doing. It can be done all across social media. It may be that you may be looking at people on Facebook and how perfect their lives seem to be. And really, I want to talk about how that sort of compare and despair can really affect us monetary wise, because it can have a huge, huge impact. And the clients that I work with have really, we've sort of come across this quite a lot, and it really has been quite a big issue for some people. So I thought that today I would discuss it in today's vlog and hopefully sort of dispel some myths and things with this. So firstly, what I would really, really want to go into first and foremost is the stories that we tell ourselves with regards to what's going on for other people. So we can sort of look at somebody else. It could be a neighbour that's, seems to be ripping the house apart and redoing everything. It could be, somebody we know who's gone and got a brand new car. It could be whatever. But the key thing is that it's what happens in our minds when we see these things happening, really. So say it's the neighbour. We'll take the neighbour as an example. So say the neighbour, next door neighbour or somebody on your street or road is doing something, fantastic with their house. What then happens in our mind when we see, that neighbour getting on with what they're doing? Do we start saying, well, how are they able to do all that? How are they affording that? What are they doing? They must be well paid, or they must have, got a pay increase at work, or the business must be doing really well. And oh my goodness me, look at that. That's fantastic. And you start watching maybe what's going into the house, and then that can sort of then change into, well, why can't I do that? Why am I not lucky enough to have those things? Why is it that I'm not able to have those things? Why can't I do that with my house? And so forth. I think you get the idea. But the real key message there is we're just telling ourselves stories. The truth of the matter is, a lot of the time, unless it's somebody really, really close to us who's willing to sort of openly say what's going on for them right now, we don't know what is going on for that person. We don't know if they've gone and taken out a loan, whether they've put it all on credit cards, whether they've had the savings all along and they've worked really hard to put that money away, whether they've been gifted some money. We just don't know. And it's such a waste of time and energy looking at what somebody else has got and telling ourselves all these different stories about it, when really what we should be focusing on is ourselves, our business, and the things that are within our control, i.e., our own money management, money leadership, and the way that we want to direct our money to light us up. It may be that that house really did need gutting and, a renovation project really doing on it. It may be that your home really doesn't. It may be that that's how they want to spend their money, and it may be that you would like to direct your money in a different way. So, as one of my previous vlogs went into about sort of doing money your way or holistically so that it fits to meet you, you need to remember that what's going on for somebody else, one, isn't necessarily the story or the real truth of what you're telling yourself, and two, that is just how they're choosing to direct whatever money in whatever way for them. So I want you to think about that today, really, and I want you to start to notice where you're getting into compare and despair about other people. Now, another way that we can look at this, for those of us that are in business, And within that entrepreneurial space is when we start telling ourselves about everybody else's perfect businesses and how well they're doing and how it seems to be that they've got everything together and they must be doing really, really well. Okay, so let's sort of take an example. So I'm a coach, let's take another coach, say for example, and I'm looking at this other coach thinking, wow, their business looks amazing. They look really polished, they seem to have everything together, everything seems so streamlined, they're clearly getting the clients, they're clearly making lots of money, blah, blah, blah. Okay, but the truth of the matter is, the way that I'm comparing myself to them is that I am comparing what I call their front of house, their shop front, so to speak. So the gleaming bit all at the front where everything does look polished, everything looks really well put together, and everything looks fantastic, to then my back of house. So where I know that things are a little bit messy and untidy with the back workings of what's going on for me, maybe the way that I come across to my clients and when I'm marketing myself, and maybe I don't feel as polished as them. But again, we've got to take ourselves right back down and realise that again, we're making unfair comparisons. We don't actually really truly know what's going on for that person behind their scenes and behind their back of house, do we? And so it's quite simply the same as watching The Neighbour, really. We need to take ourselves out of the stories that we tell ourselves and this picture that we paint of everything being perfect and wonderful for somebody else, because oftentimes we're really, really off the mark. And again, it's not our concern or business to be looking at somebody else and seeing what they've got and what they're achieving and then sort of churning up bad feeling amongst ourselves. We should just be focusing on what feels good to us, how we want to do business, and where we're going. And the truth of the matter is, particularly with money issues, if you're starting to compare what people have, in comparison to you and how much money you think somebody's earning in compared to you, again, what you need to remember is you don't know what is going on financially for somebody else. You only know if you're being truthful with yourself, and that's a whole nother vlog on clarity, is what's going on for you. So don't compare what you think is going on for somebody else with what you know or think to be true for you. Just keep your mind on your business, keep your focus on what you want to do with your money, what makes you feel good, how you can make your money, right where you're at now, work for you in the best way. And just focus on that and take yourself out of compare and despair, because it really can have you sort of not only churning up bad feelings for yourself, but also chasing things sometimes that aren't really aligned with your sort of core values and your truth. And that's not what my coaching's all about, or what I want for you really. I want you to be able to get into a space where you're clear on it not just being about the money that comes in, but it's how you manage your money right now. Somebody may be doing really, really well, they may be earning a lot of money. It doesn't mean that they're giving their money great leadership or great management at the end of the day. And the truth is, you don't really know what's going on for them. So today's message really is keep yourself out of compare and despair, focus on you, stay in your lane, get your money stuff sorted out. Don't take any notice of what's going on around you with other people. Don't be comparing what you have to somebody else, because at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. All that really matters is that you're using money and doing money in a way that feels right and true for you. So if this vlog's resonated with you and you'd like to know more about this money stuff and go into things deeper really, then I would love for you to come over and join me in my private Facebook group, the Prosperity Club, where we've got lots of interaction and lots of discussion going on about money. It's a really nice, safe space to talk all things money. And we've got some really, really great members in there that are willing to open and share. And also, if you haven't already, I would love for you to come on over and join that club and like my business page, which is Lindsay Whittaker, the Prosperity Coach. I will put the links in for the vlog, and I would love to know your thoughts and feedback on the topics that I am bringing up in these vlogs. I'd love to know what's happening for you currently, if you're finding them helpful, and if there's anything that you'd like me to talk about in the future. So I hope this has been useful, and I will see you. I look forward to seeing you on my next vlog. Bye for now.